look at where you are and not let it deter you to where you're going.
Poughkeepsie, New York is where it's all live. 845 and 845.
Here with me, I have Stefan Anderson, Mr. Emmy. Stefan, thank you for taking the time out for being here with us today. We appreciate you. As you know, at Poughkeepsie Middle High School Alumni of the Week, we aspire to inspire our up and coming generation. So, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are now, and what life is like after high school, we'll love to hear it.
Well, first off, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's an honor as somebody from Poughkeepsie to be featured as the Alumni of the Week. I really appreciate that, first and foremost. Second of all, my name is Stefan Anderson. I am a sports media professional, currently working with SiriusXM as an audio editor, previous stops at the MLB Network, where I was a producer there for a few years. I'm a freelance writer as well. I've written for many publications that include Deadspin, Fansided, the New York Daily News, Hudson Valley Sports Report. The list is kind of long, but it's kind of short at the same time. But yeah, just working in all mediums in sports media. And as a graduate of Poughkeepsie High School, what has life been like for me? It's a journey. It's been a journey. I say that a lot. Like if you see anything I post or like anything life goals wise goes, it's like a journey. Leaving the high school, dating myself a little bit in 2009, it was different. Life looked a little bit different. We're coming off of the recession, so college looked a lot different for me when I came into college. Like there weren't a lot of people were afraid to send their kids to college because of the jobs had left America at this point. And, a lot of people were losing houses, losing jobs because of the recession. Obama just got elected. So it was different, but I'm grateful for it. I think Poughkeepsie High School ultimately led me to my next stop, which was Virginia State University, where I got my bachelor's in 2013. Yeah, it really allowed me to experience a lot of things. Being at HBCU, you meet people from everywhere. Like you meet people from Connecticut, California, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Maryland, DC, Philly, Connecticut, Jersey, wherever. The list goes on and on and on. And I think being from Poughkeepsie, you have a unique experience where it's like you have friends that are from many descents. Like I might have been in a classroom with a kid who was Vietnamese, a kid that was Dominican, Puerto Rican, a white kid, a black kid, a Jamaican kid, a Haitian kid, so it allowed me to go somewhere else that's 8 hours away from home. I don't got no family. I can't call moms when I'm hungry. If I run out of money, I got to figure it out. I don't got no swipes this week. I got to figure it out on my own. And I think just that unique experience of being in Poughkeepsie allowed me to meet people from different cultures, grab a lot of friends, a lot of lifetime friends. I consider them family. And it was really good. From there, that was also another journey. I ended up back in Poughkeepsie for a few years, for about 5 to 6 years, I want to say, just doing a bunch of different things. Couldn't find a job directly out of college, so I ventured into different fields. I worked in as a GED teacher in like CTC, one of the community centers, and Newbie Interactions, and I was a case manager, worked with reentry clients and people who were on probation, and I got the chance to move around and work, see what life was like as an adult. So like when you're a kid, Poughkeepsie looks like, I'll go downtown, I'll walk to the river, I'll go uptown and walk up Main Street, walk down Main Street. Now you're a grown person. It's like, okay, now I move around and all right, this looks completely different.
Exposure.
Yeah. And especially coming from like being away for those 4 years, you come back and life is a little bit different for you as an adult. But right. It was good, and ultimately led me to go on and get my master's in 2016 and graduated 2017. And from there, I just used that experience and went forward with my dreams and my goals, which was always to work in sports media. And I'm making just do now. Been able to work in my field for the last 3 to 4 years and make good money, and take care of myself, take care of my family, and live a somewhat of the life that I dreamed of as a kid. So I'm happy for that. I don't know
I,
if I
well,
don't know if that was long-winded or not, but I try to give you as much as I could.
it's okay, it's okay. But I mean, from everything that you just explained, it does sound so far that you've had a journey, and it's an amazing journey. And for the ones who don't know, Stefan, I think you should just brag on yourself a bit about you winning your Emmy. That's come on. How did you?
You gotta put the applause button right here. You gotta let some applause go. Like, give me my fake applause right there. But nah, that feels great. As you just mentioned, in 2020, I was a part of a team that won. Oh, I see the claps. I love it. In 2020, I was a part of a team that won the Sports Emmy for the best daily show, a part of the MLB Tonight under the MLB Network. It was really good as a producer. It was shocking at first. Because my first year we lost to Partner Interruption, a TV show that comes on ESPN. So I was like, damn, I've been here for a year. I'm like, maybe I'll get my Emmy. And like the pandemic happened and like the Emmys got canceled for a while. So, I was just on Twitter one day and randomly like, they're like, yo, we won. Somebody text me or one of my coworkers might have retweeted like, yo, I'm an Emmy Award winner now. I'm like, is this real? Like, I gotta like search the site and like really like, oh wait, that's my name. They spelled it right. It's really there. So that moment was really good. I spent some time like just taking it in. But as you mentioned, this week I got the actual trophy, and it felt great, man. It was a great moment. I got to see my mom hold it. I got to see my grandmother hold it. My younger cousin, my family called me, on my friends who were just happy and excited. And, it really felt good to see, as we explained earlier, the journey to lead to something like this. Like, looking at it, I would say 5-6 years ago, I didn't see myself as an Emmy Award winner on my, I couldn't put that on my resume 5-6 years ago. And it's like, wow, it's there. You know what I mean? It feels good. So I embraced the whole moment. As I mentioned to you, I slept with my Emmy all weekend, had a good moment, had some champagne and enjoyed myself and really took in the moment for the weekend. And it's really honored. And I'm truly blessed.
I know for the ones who are watching, anyone else, your family, your friends, and just anyone else from Poughkeepsie who has been following your journey, I know they are proud of you. You winning that Emmy is kind of like, I feel like I won the Emmy. I am happy.
And that's what it's all about, man. I want everybody to feel like we win. All of our wins are collective as a community. We should treat it like that.
Right. And speaking of community, who are some people who have influenced you along your journey? And how would you define influence as well?
I think influence is huge. And when you speak about influence, Poughkeepsie is my biggest influence. It's funny enough, when I went to Virginia, so nobody knew where I was from. You go to school with city kids and people from all over the world, they hear about New York. So the first thing they're like, what borough are you from? I'm like, I'm from Poughkeepsie. Where is that? It's like, it's not upstate, but it's in between Albany and the city. So like, you guys drive deers and like, what you guys do out there? And like, all right, I have to explain it. So long story short, everybody that I went to school with in Virginia, they ended up calling me Poughkeepsie. So like, Poughkeepsie is my name. That's what they know. And I'm glad for it. A lot of people actually know about the city or have an idea. But speaking of influence, it is my biggest influence when you think about the journey and the people who have influenced me. I think I was thinking back on it as we were like last night, like, all right, what am I going to say to Jakira today? I had no idea what I'm going to talk about. But I sat back and I thought about it a little bit. And it was like, along the lines, so many people have played a part in my life. And it started from Poughkeepsie. It started in the community. It started going from Catherine Streets, the city clubs of the world, the the Liberty Partnerships, the brother to brother, all of those people. So it's a laundry list of people, but some that I can ring off the top of my head is Miss Kenny for sure. Big influence on my life. I would love to thank her. I probably wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for Miss Kenny getting me into Liberty and helping me get myself together. As we mentioned, City Club, shout out to Coach Dean. Coach Dean is a big influence on my life. A bunch of community leaders, all my guys from brother to brother, Mr. Wilson, Ralph, Malik, all of those guys are like huge influences on my life. They definitely played a part and helped shape and mold me. Damaris, I gotta throw him in there as well. All those guys helped shape and mold me into the man that I am today. And I'm super grateful for Poughkeepsie, and that is always gonna be my influence. Like looking around, like as you said, like you felt like you won an Emmy. I love that. I want every win to feel like the community won, and that's how it should be going forward. Like we all inspire each other one way or another.
I love that. I really do. Like you just got me. I'm just still smiling under this mask right now. So to conclude, if you could give the class of 2025 some advice about influence and how they could actually impact this world in themselves, what would it be?
All right, this is a tough one, but all right, let me see. 2025. So you guys are wow. You graduated high school in 4 years. First off, congratulations, you made it to the high school. As you guys know in Poughkeepsie, like a lot of circumstances could take you from getting to that point. So to make it here, first off, I want to say congratulations, you made it there. In 4 years, life will change for you. So be prepared for it. Be aware of your surroundings. Look around, embrace it. Take it all in now, because there will never be a time. I know you can remember your first time walking into Poughkeepsie High School when you first, in whatever year that was, you first walked in. I know when I walked in 2005, it was like, what is going on here? This place looks crazy. Like coming from the middle school, like it's like, all right, we see the same people every day, but there's like a whole new set of people who look like grown at this point. But it's, it's just a sign of the times. But my biggest thing that I would say is that to look at where you are and not let it deter you to where you're going. As we mentioned, like, we've dealt with a lot of stuff in our community, and it could be a lot. It could be a lot. Like you see friends pass, you see friends go away to jail, you see, friends not stay in school due to whatever circumstances it may be. And it may just not look great. It may look like there's a dark cloud over your neighborhood and there's no way for you to escape it. So look at it as more of a positive, turn that negative to a positive, use that to fuel you to do more and give another opportunity to show that, there are great people coming from Poughkeepsie that are doing more. And, there's so many people doing, like, even what you're doing right now is amazing. Like, just think about the opportunity that people pouring back into the community and trying to inspire and give back and influence the next generation. So just look at what you're going through as a positive rather than a negative, and use that to your best ability. Use it to motivate you, not deter you from whatever your dreams or your aspirations may be.
Yes, that was a great piece of advice. However, before we conclude, you got to get sworn in. Are you ready?
All right.
All right, so you repeat after me.
Is this like, am I like pledging right now? Do I have to put my hand on my chest? All right.
But you can't see my hand, can you?
I see it. We're good.
No matter where I stand.
No matter where I stand.
My village is behind me.
My village is behind me.
I vow to never give up.
I vow to never give up.
Be the best pioneer I can be.
Be the best pioneer that I can be.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that affirmation. We gotta get that on the walls in high school, man. They need to see that every day when they walk in.
No, I'm gonna talk to them about that. Put my name under that quote.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yes, Stefan, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for taking your time out to pour back into the community. We appreciate you. We love you. And do you have any last words?
No, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. It's really needed. I really that's a big thing. That you're just spending the time to take it. If it wasn't, we need more people in the district to pour in and do such things. Like, if it wasn't for Poughkeepsie, I don't think I would have ended up where I was at. It was a teacher. This might be a random tidbit. I'm gonna just drop this on you while we're here. It was my elementary school teacher. So very long but short story. I actually want to tell this because it goes into what I'm saying for you. My teacher in elementary school, his name was Mr. Silverman. This was third grade at Smith School. So I'm a daydreamer, natural daydreamer. Like I daydream still to this day, like a lot. So as a kid, it looks like this kid's in another space, and I just daydream a lot. So they went and got me tested. My mom was so pissed about this. They wanted to test me to see if like I had like dyslexia or if something was wrong, right? And it was just like I tested, and they're like, no, the test came back fine. He's actually doing good. He tests like a grade higher than what he really was. There's nothing wrong. And my teacher was like, oh, he's probably he's just bored. Like he's just daydreaming. Like granted, like you're a kid, you're a 9-year-old kid sitting in the classroom for 6 hours. Your mind is gonna go. My mind goes now as a 29-year-old. So I could only imagine what it was like at 9. So Mr. Silverman was the first dude who poured into me. He realized that I like sports. Like I'd pick up the Sports Illustrated magazines during school. He would always have like different stuff to read when it was reading time. And he was like, if you like sports so much, they had like a morning broadcaster. He's like, yo, you should like do like a sports report. Like, tell me what happened last night. Who won the Mets game? Who won the Yankees game? And like this spurred into, you know what I mean? 20 years later, I'm still doing the same thing. So it's needed. Like they need more people like your subject care, giving back to the community and really pouring into these kids and showing them that, you know what, taking what could be seen as a negative and turning that into a positive and seeing what may be shown as like a weakness and turn it to strength. Like, okay, this might be low, but we can find another outlet and make this a positive thing. So definitely just keep doing what you're doing, keep inspiring, keep motivating, keep pushing that next generation. We need you. We need you.
And we need you to keep winning some Emmys too. So somebody's gonna watch this and be like, he's from Poughkeepsie and he won an Emmy. Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, and I hope so. I want more people. We gotta get like 20 more Emmy winners in Poughkeepsie. We gotta inspire it.
Like I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. Like
yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I like that.
I'm proud of us. Okay. And that concludes our interview. So again, thank you, and I'll see you later. My current Poughkeepsie middle and high school students, if you're watching this, don't give up. If you're watching this, breathe and remember that you have support. I need to remind you that it's not easy. It takes a village. It takes one to raise one. But you have us to support you. All right? Push through. You're almost there.
805, kids in New York, that's where it's all live. Coming straight on the 845. I'm a on the 845.